then in a certain way, consciousness gets produced out of us doing that, out of suffering, though the tension, the creative tension of the opposites, that all of a sudden we can access our nature even more deeply. We can unlock our creative genius even more than we have. And so that's what, I'll be talking about in this free online program. But then, this is just sort of the beginning of I think it's a 7-week class I'll be teaching starting, I don't know, sometime middle of June. And then in the fall, I've decided I'm just going to teach my own thing every 2 weeks. Yeah. Whoever wants to show up, because, as my work gets out more and more on, the nature of the quantum, on the dreamlike nature, on Watiko, on Jung, on the psyche, and it's all interconnected facets of the same deeper jewel. More and more, I'm really getting that so many people, I think, are thirsting to just, hang out with someone who actually has tapped into their creative nature in a way, because it's contagious when you connect with someone who's really plugged in a sense, to the creative source of the universe, which is potentially all of us. That's contagious. And just like the alleged COVID virus was contagious, well, when you actually connect with your true nature, with your true creative nature, that's contagious, and that can go viral also. So I think that's why I'm more and more, because I've had for 30 plus years all of these groups, but there are 10 or 12 people in each group, so I'm only able to connect with limited people, and I feel like, no, this is really hopefully going to be of benefit for more people.
Awesome. Yeah, here it is. Hope you guys can see it scrolling down, but check it out. You can get the replay show up tonight. It's there. I got the link, even if you're watching it, the replay on the podcast. I love this quote, a very cool quote from Carl Jung that goes, "One does not dream, one is dreamed. We undergo the dream. We are the object." So again, that's the whole thing, right, Paul?
Yeah, totally. Jung was super switched on to Watiko. He was super switched on to the dreamlike nature. He called Watiko a number of different names. The major name, I think, would be totalitarian psychosis. But again and again in his work, he talks about the dreamlike nature. And of course, he was so far ahead of his time. That's why my next book, because I quote Jung throughout all of my books, but this next book I'm writing, I was writing this morning, and it was, it's all about Jung, trying to help people to get, just because what he was, trying to bring forth is so helpful for, the times we live in.